Hey everybody, Patrick from One Shot Kill It Media here in my garage. Just bought this new Lambo, and it's fun to drive in the field where I go shooting. Yeah. But you know what I like a lot more than Lamborghinis in my garage? My rights. In fact, I'm a lot more proud of these magazine racks that I have right here. I had to get installed to hold all my ammunition for all the guns I own legally as an American, law-abiding citizen. I like to load and unload a few magazines a day, and it's not to show off. You know, it's about my right to do so. I keep this Lambo here as a reminder that Italy makes awesome cars, and that not so long ago some of our friends in Europe weren't allowed the right to own a gun and to defend themselves from tyranny, and some still cannot. So let's not forget our mentors, okay? Our forefathers who drafted the Constitution, because it's real, it's ours, and no one can argue that. And let's face it, America's about the good life, right? Guns, mags, explosives, and babes. That's what I'm talking about. Now there's people and groups that are going to say we shouldn't have the right to own guns. Don't listen. An armed society is a polite society. Be pro 2A. A gun can change your life for the better. A gun can save your life. So, if you're a gun-grabbing, angry mom, Bloomberg, every town, whatever, don't click here. Don't worry about it. I don't need to talk to everybody. But if you're someone who knows it's your right as a free American to own a firearm, then watch my videos. Share them, like them, subscribe to my channel. Because the only way we'll continue to keep our rights intact is if we continue to make our voices heard. And we do that, of course, by buying and using kick-ass guns and gear. So, watch my videos. Alright everybody. So obviously this is a parody of the Tai Lopez Lamborghini in my garage video. But here's the point. He was actually able to advertise and in turn benefit himself and his business by making that video ad or advertising on Google or advertising on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. Now on the other hand, people and companies like mine and companies elsewhere that sell guns, gear, everything else aren't allowed that same ability to actually pay to have their site or their business advertised. And on top of that, now we're going to possibly have some presidential gag order on talking about guns on the internet. All I gotta say to that is, am I right? So I'm asking you to, as much as possible, please share my videos in a grassroots effort to make sure the voices of our industry get heard. If you're a manufacturer or a retailer, I want to hear from you. I want to know how you're dealing with the different restrictions that you have in place for the different products you carry and how you can advertise them. Let's talk about it and let's kind of get the word out there, just to make it clear that, hey, there seems to be some pretty unfair practices in this industry, in terms of allowing people to actually sell their goods and in turn make a living to take care of themselves and their family. I mean, that's not freedom if you ask me. So why don't we make it an even playing ground for everybody? Alright everybody, so if you support the Second Amendment and your right as a free American to own firearms, I want you to please share these videos. Again, this is Patrick from One Shot Kill It Media, and thanks for watching everybody. I really appreciate it. I'll talk with you all soon.